yes, we are nearing the end of 2024. And with that comes good stuff and bad stuff. In the bad stuff, we have some disappointments. So let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. Let's get into it. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Carlos. Thank you for joining me. Boom, boom, digga, 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 dig, here on the Whiskey Corner. Truly appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out the video, and checking out the channel. You guys are all amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your support. Thank you for subscribing. And if you're not yet subscribed, but you like this content, I really would appreciate it if you subscribe, because we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers. And only you can help me out with that. So we're doing a top whiskeys that disappointed me now in 2024 list, right? And these are whiskeys that I just expected a whole lot more from. I'm not saying that they're horrible, that they're drain pours, that they're bad, although I might be able to say that about one or two, but I am just saying that they disappointed me. I was so much expecting much more from them, and they just couldn't deliver. So let's get straight into it with the first one that's sitting right here in front of my face, and this is from Jim Beam. This is Little Book Chapter 8, The Path Not Taken. Why is this on my list?
What is wrong with you?
Because Little Book, or Jim Beam, put out these little books, and I guess they were experimental batches, but up until now, they've all been kind of bourbon and whiskey-ish. Never a freaking rye. So then they make this rye, and for people like me that don't like ryes, I'm a little wary. Dave Vogelsand sends me a sample, and I'm like, I need to sell this bottle or trade it, because I am not liking this bottle. I was very disappointed, especially the fact that Chapter 7 was amazing and won my favorite bourbon of the year last year. And then you put out this at a rye? What? Yeah, didn't make sense to me either, but it makes my list as one of my disappointments for 2024. Sticking with Jim Beam though, we gotta talk about Bookers. Yeah, and I'm not gonna say all Bookers, because I love the 03 that just came out. I really love the 04 that just came out. Even the Beam House batch, which is the 02, is pretty okay. But this 01 Springfield batch, I just feel like it's in the back burner, right? It's not a drain pour, but it was definitely a disappointment because it had some tough acts to follow. You had the Mighty Fine batch in 03 2023, and you had the Storyteller batch in 04 2023. And then you put this out? That wasn't gonna go well. But hey, Jim Beam makes the big bucks, and they know what they're doing, right? But I'm just saying, maybe you should rethink this a little bit. That's it. Take a friendly advice, right? Anyways, that's why I was disappointed in that, but it doesn't end there. If it wasn't enough, Jim Beam decides to put out another banger.
Oh my God. No.
Not really. A home run. Not really. It's a walk to first base. That's basically what they did here, and it was horrible. Let's just say he got a cramp walking to first base. And this is Claremont Steep. Oh yes. Guys, do I really have to say anything about that one? I mean, I think that has been the running joke, other than travelers in the whiskey community. This was just not good. It wasn't. Claremont Steep was sub-mediocre, and it just wasn't worth the I mean, the money, it's not even worth the money. It's just not good. I've tasted a lot of good single malt whiskeys, and this is not on par with all of those. So it definitely made my list as the most disappointing whiskeys of 2024. So now we kind of pivot over to a kind of allocated bottle, but not really. But, you know, sometimes they are hard to find. And this is, ooh, I almost spilled that. And this is Blood Oath Packed 10. Yeah, so it's not bad, guys. And I won't say any of these are like really drain pours other than Claremont Steep and Little Book Chapter 8, but it's not a drain pour. It's not horrible, but it is disappointing because I really love the Chapter 9 so much. And I mean the Pack 9 so much, sorry. So much that I kind of was let down by this Pack 10. Maybe it's because I love Sherry Oloroso cast finish bourbon, but this being Cabernet and Merlot, it just was not my jam. You know, it just wasn't. So maybe it was your jam, but to me, yeah, I could have definitely done without that. So it made my list of most disappointing bourbons of 2024. So Heaven Hill put out a few bottles this year. Some have been bangers, some were and then some I just wish they wouldn't have put out. So the first one would be ECBP A124. So I'm under the impression that all ECBPs are good, right? And they are for the most part. They're a good value if you can find it at the MSRP. It's almost 12 years. This one was 10 years and 9 months, right? But they used to be 12 years. So they were a big bang for your buck. This one though, A124, not only is the one that I like the least out of the ones this year, but it is also one that I don't really reach for, right? I mean, I'll drink it, and I am gonna drink it because I paid for it, but look at where it's at since, what, March, maybe, when I bought that bottle? Yeah, that shouldn't be like that. But, alas, it is, and A124 ECBP, you definitely disappointed me. Another Heaven Hill product that disappointed me was these grain to glass. So I have the weeded one right here. I'm not saying that disappointed me because it didn't. I heard that this is really good and I have had it at Bottle Shares. But what I also have had at Bottle Shares is the rye version of the grain to glass and the bourbon iteration of the grain to glass. And I will tell you that they are nowhere near the pricing that they're asking for. They're just not worth 100 to 110 bucks. They're just not, right? So I was very disappointed because I thought I was gonna go straight for that bourbon, and then I tasted it and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I am glad I didn't taste this, right? But yeah, that's just what it is. I mean, it wasn't good. It wasn't good, and it was a disappointment. So the last two on this list we gotta talk about, and you guys might get upset, but we have the very coveted single barrel of Old Forester single barrel strength rye. Not a fan. Definitely not a fan.
Come on, man! It's embarrassing!
And you can contest it and say, well, Carlos, that is a single barrel. Well, Carlos, the way that you drank it isn't the way that you're supposed to drink it, or you should have done this, or you should have done that. I don't care about that. I do not like this. It's okay. I will say it's okay. It's at least a drinkable rye, but I'm not into it. I don't really like it. And that is Warehouse K, floor 1. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it as well, but it could. But I'm not gonna buy another bottle just to make sure that it's actually doing what it's supposed to be doing, or it is good juice, right? Either way, I don't like that. And now we get to our number 8, the last one. So that goes to Maker's Mark with their heart release. Oh, freaking yes. Finally.
I'm done. Cut the show.
The heart release was not good, in my humble opinion, right? And I had the Lost Recipe, and that was amazing. And I had some of the wood finishes before that. The BEP last year was very freaking good and a lot better than this heart release. So this is what's supposed to take over the wood finishing series? Get the heck out of here. What is this, right? It's not even that good. Actually, it wasn't good. So yeah, we got that. So at the end of the day, there were many bottles that I was disappointed in, but these are the top 8 that kind of stood out a little bit more. Please do me a favor. Let me know if you have anything that you would like to add to this list. Let me know a bottle that kind of disappointed you. And then 2, let me know what your thoughts are about this list. Please comment below. Love talking back and forth with you guys. Please do me some favors. Like or dislike this video. Please subscribe, because we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and you guys can help me out with that. Lastly, please check out the Patreon in the description. As little as $3 a month will definitely help out. Thank you so much, and I want you to enjoy that whiskey. Cheers.